Hello everyone, this is Carrie from Celestial Forecasts, focusing of course on you and the person that you are thinking about at the time that you are tuned into this reading. General advice as always. So the title of this reading is, Do They Desire You as Much as You Desire Them? So let's take a look at that energy. I wanted to first tap into what is going to be coming through here for the Divine Feminine, and then we'll do a separate section for the Divine Masculine. All right, so let's start. I'll be pulling from the Arrows of Love Oracle by Mystic Moon, and this deck by Extrasensory Empress, Unsent Texts from the Divine Feminine, and I'll clarify with my Valentine Connection Tarot. All right, so again, we're focusing first on the Divine Feminine here. So where are you at, Divine Feminine, on this journey when it comes to your Divine Masculine? Angels and spirit guides, please, focusing on the collective, whoever is in need of these messages. Do you desire your masculine as much as the masculine desires you? So the point of this reading really is to take a look and see if you guys are on the same page as far as how you see the connection, the chemistry, the attraction. Okay, here we go. Well, Divine Feminine, you definitely have your masculine on your mind. All right, that's coming through. We have Enamored, Love Potion. That's a very clear indication that you are very attracted to your Divine Masculine. The love certainly is there. The attraction certainly is there. And we do have Love Line coming through. It says Revived. So if you are wanting to revive this connection with your Divine Masculine at this point in time, we'll see, of course, if they're on the same wavelength, if they want this as much as you want it. But from the Divine Feminine standpoint, it does seem that you are wanting to reconnect, to revive this partnership. So if you are wanting to revive this, as this card is indicating, this might be a situation where maybe you guys are taking a break from each other. There could be distance and time apart here. But there's this desire from your part, Divine Feminine, to want to open up lines of communication, to talk to your masculine, to communicate with them, to air out whatever issues might be going on. So let's grab some words. Okay, so I'll be pulling from this deck right here. Angels and spirit guides, please, focusing on the feminine. So if you're wanting to revive this, this is a partnership that is at a distance from one another. And if you guys are at a distance from one another, maybe some of you guys had a disagreement, a falling out, an argument. All right, so let's grab some words on behalf of the feminine here. All right, so this one says, since you don't know how to suppress your emotions anymore, I will just sit back and watch you explode. Okay, so we might have had a situation where a masculine at one point in time was the type to not be as expressive towards you, and maybe they weren't holding it in to the point where they finally just exploded. Unfortunately, for some of you, that might have resulted in an argument, as I was mentioning, because we have a situation here where you guys are not together. Look at this next message. I want to be the only one for you. No sharing. So that could have been an issue for some of you guys, that we have a masculine who might have entertained other connections. They could have been talking to other people. Clearly you desire your masculine. You're enamored by your masculine. You could still be very much in love with your Divine Masculine, but you want to be the only one, understandably so. So this could be telling us that as much as you desire your masculine here, you're just kind of taking a step back. You're kind of maybe just allowing the universe to do its thing. If you guys truly are meant to be, it will be. Wow, this is a powerful message as well from the feminine. I won't beg you for attention. I'm not afraid to lose you. Okay? Just because we desire somebody does not mean we are codependent towards them. You know, if you certainly are resonating with this message, Divine Feminine, where you really aren't the type to beg for your masculine's attention, which is why I do feel some of you guys are just throwing it out there. If it's meant to be, it will be. All right, so let's grab some tarot here. Let's see what else is going on. Let me put these guys over here. But as far as the desire, Divine Feminine, the love that you have for your Divine Masculine, there is no question about that. There's this need to communicate, I feel. And for some of my feminines, I feel on your part that you feel that it's up to the masculine to reach out. If they want to connect with you, reconnect with you, then you're just allowing life to happen, and hopefully they'll be able to reach out to you. I don't feel it's the feminine who's going to take any necessary steps towards communication. I feel you're waiting on the masculine to reach out to you, perhaps. All right, let's see what else we need to know here. Focusing on the Divine Feminine. Look at this. Ace of Wands is a new beginning, growth potential, as this particular card says. And so I really do feel for my feminines, you would love to be able to start a new chapter with your masculine, but you're not willing to perhaps be the one to take that first step to get that going in the right direction. It's interesting that we've got the Judgment card, because this is picking up off of past energies. This is giving somebody the opportunity to take a look at the past and how things unfolded back then. What could have been done differently? What could have been said differently? The way I see the Judgment card, it's like a wake-up call. Somebody has to wake up here. And maybe, Divine Feminine, that's what it is that you're waiting for from your masculine, to wake up and realize that this opportunity to be with you, it's a window that could ultimately close if they don't take any sort of action to come your way. But I do feel ultimately you just might get that form of communication from your masculine, that they might just come towards you with an apology here. We do have the Nine of Pentacles, which is a very independent solo energy. So Divine Feminine, right now you might be single. Maybe you are not in a relationship right now, but that doesn't mean you're sitting at home being miserable. Nine of Pentacles is not that type of energy. You're actually out there living your best life. You're successful. Money matters. Finances looks incredible. Some of you guys could have your own business. So you're thriving. You just might not be in a relationship by choice, but you're doing pretty darn good. Let's see what else. Angels and spirit guides, please, for the Divine Feminine. Okay, so we've got a reversed card here, which is the Emperor. This is your masculine right here, but it's coming up in the reverse, because the Emperor is a masculine who typically is ready to take charge of a situation. It's coming up in the reverse, possibly because they haven't taken any sort of necessary step just yet to be able to make this happen for you guys. But we haven't taken a look at the Divine Masculine energy, you know, so we'll take a look at that in a second. Now, some of you could be dealing with a masculine who is an Aries. We do have fire energy coming forward from the Wands right there. Pentacles representing Earth. Part of the reason, and this won't apply to everybody, part of the reason why some of you guys went into separation might be due to the Seven of Swords here. So Divine Feminine, you might have been dealing with a masculine who was deceptive towards you, who perhaps they were not being open and honest with you. They could have been lying to you, keeping secrets. Could it have been an affair for some of you guys? Yes, you know, and that could ultimately be why this card is saying, you know, I'm not going to beg you for your attention. I'm not afraid to lose you. And so it could have also been you, Divine Feminine, who might have detached from your masculine because there could have been infidelity, or at least trust issues if it wasn't infidelity, if it wasn't a third party situation. But look at this. You clearly see your masculine as a very special person. You feel very connected in the heart space when it comes to this connection. Whether you see them as a soulmate or a twin flame or just a very special soul bond. This is a part of what it is that you are wanting to revive when it comes to this partnership. And then we've got the Six of Cups right here. So Divine Feminine, maybe you've been thinking a lot about the memories that you and your masculine have shared together, all of those happy times. This is another card tapped into the past and focusing perhaps on the better days that you guys had shared back then rather than the arguments and disagreements. And there's this desire for sure on the Divine Feminine's part to reconcile, to want to come back together, but you're not going to, I feel, take any sort of action because you're hoping, or it's not just hope for some of you. It's one of those things where you've decided, I'm not going to do anything about this. It's up to the Divine Masculine to make any sort of necessary steps towards communication to reach out to the feminine. So I feel you'd be open to the reunion, but you're not feeling like it's up to you to take any sort of action to make it happen. That's just what I'm getting there. All right, so let's go ahead and grab some insight now, focusing on the Divine Masculine and where they are at on this journey. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and use these decks here. So I'll pull from my Sunshine and Rainbows. This is the Divine Masculine version of the same deck by Extrasensory Empress. And then I'll go ahead and clarify everything with my Luna Tarot deck here. All right, so let's go ahead and grab some insight here. Okay, so focusing on the Divine Masculine, right? Does the Divine Masculine desire the feminine as much as the feminine desires the masculine? Angels and spirit guides, please, focusing on the Divine Masculine. Ooh, we've got two signs coming through here. We have Taurus. So for some of you, your Divine Masculine could be a Taurus or even a Leo. So let's read the descriptions here. The Taurus card says, the bull, obviously, slow and steady wins the race with this love connection. You've found a life partner that will want to enjoy life's adventures to the fullest with you. Sensual, passionate chemistry. If you're looking for a stable, long-lasting romance, you've hit the bullseye. All right. Now, for some of you guys, Divine Feminine, you could represent the Taurus or the Leo. So Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus, however way that's making sense. And then we've got the Lion with the Leo. You'll be attracted to your Leo's big heart right from the start. Roaring chemistry. Your Leo will take the lead in the romance department, showering you with love and attention. They're giving generous nature, sorry, I can't read. Their giving, generous nature is endearing. If they want you, you'll know it. They'll treat you like royalty. Okay, so Divine Feminine, if your masculine represents any of these cards right here, either one, then this is telling us for sure the chemistry, the passion, all of it, it's represented right here. Let's go ahead and grab maybe a couple more from here. Let's see what else, focusing on the Divine Masculine here. And if the Divine Feminine, you represent this Leo, for example, we've got a masculine here basically saying they're very attracted to you, they love your big heart, and it could have been instant chemistry right from the very beginning. Okay, let's go ahead and grab a couple more cards, focusing on the masculine here. We have optimistic. Okay, so we have a masculine who's just trying to remain optimistic. The glass will always be half full with this love connection. When times get rough in a partnership, this love partner will remain hopeful and confident that things will work out and that your future together can still be a happy one, a positive outlook that will pay off. And bottom of the deck, we've got wisdom coming through here. learning from past failed relationships, more mature, experienced in love and romance, good judgment, making wiser choices in relationships. So I feel, just based off of what came through from the divine feminine side, if there was deception, if there were lies, we have a masculine here who's learned from that. And they're just trying to remain optimistic that if given a second chance, if given another opportunity, you guys could possibly still work this out regardless of what the past has looked like. So let's grab some messages here from the masculine. Angels and spirit guides, please, focusing on the divine masculine. Does the masculine desire the feminine as much as the feminine desires the masculine? Are you guys on the same page? What we know is that they've learned from the past what didn't work before, and they're really ready to make better choices, perhaps. I feel so inferior to you. So we might have a situation with a masculine where they just feel like they're not good enough for you, even though they desire you, even though they want you. We also have this going on. I know how to keep you hungry. I pull away just to see if you are craving me. Why? I'm not ready to give you all you deserve, and I'm making sure you are still there when I'm ready for you. Well, sorry, for some of our divine masculines, this is a lesson I feel they needed to learn, because we clearly have seen from the feminine, they're not going to beg for the masculine's attention. They're not afraid to lose the masculine. And so this could have been a lesson that this masculine learned, that this technique, this way of thinking did not work. And then we have, I still want to devour you. So yeah, the desire, the passion, it's definitely there. It's definitely there. Okay, and I'm just guided to this next one. I am you. We are not separated. If we make it in this lifetime, it was meant to be. Let go for now. Okay, and I feel that's what happened, that we have more than likely a feminine who did detach because of some stuff that went down, So let's go ahead and grab some tarot messages here. But yeah, the masculine quickly learning that, treating the feminine in a particular way. Certainly with this particular card, I know how to keep you hungry. I pull away just to see if you're craving me. I mean, we're not disputing the fact that you guys are attracted and the desire is here. We've established that. I feel that these cards are definitely bringing that forward. But that whole situation, that didn't work for the feminine. So yes, we do see that the masculine still desires you. And there's still a part of this masculine that feels that, if you guys truly are meant to be, it will be. So it could be one of those things where somebody had to let go. And I feel that's the feminine based off of what's coming through here. So maybe the feminine let go. And it took that experience for this masculine to realize that they did certain things in the partnership to contribute to why it fell apart. And that explains this. We've got the death card coming in. For some of you, you could be dealing with a Scorpio here. So what we see in this situation, and then that's followed up by the Five of Pentacles. So it came to an end more than likely because we have the divine feminine detaching from the masculine. Deceptive, lies, dishonesty, infidelity. It could have been any of those things. And so I feel from this whole experience, we have a masculine who has learned their lessons. They have gained wisdom as a result of failed partnerships, certainly when it comes to the feminine. They now recognize that in order for this to work, they have to be just as invested in the connection as much as the feminine. It really does come down to equality, which is all about the Six of Pentacles. They can't be in and out of the feminine's life. They can't be the type to create situations where they're not fully invested, where they're not there half the time. part of that investment for this masculine could have been spending time with somebody else. And we have a feminine here who was not going to put up with that nonsense, plain and simple. And so we have the Knight of Cups bringing, or at least wanting to bring, the romance back. We've got the King of Wands ready to be this natural leader and ready to take hold of the situation and to really manifest, hopefully, a reunion here. Because ultimately, through their past actions, this is what happened. You know, you guys ended up having a tower moment here that was not very pleasant. You know, it was very painful. It could have been very unexpected. And perhaps, Divine Feminine, it is because of you that this tower came down, because you guys went into separation, possibly because of a decision that you made. You know, and clearly says from this one card here, you know, you're not afraid to lose the masculine, and that you're not the type to beg for their attention. If they want to pay attention to somebody else, if they want to dedicate their time to someone else, if this could have been an affair, a third-party situation, from your standpoint, Divine Feminine, you're basically telling your masculine, go ahead. It's like, I'm not putting up with that nonsense, and I'm not the type to beg for your attention. Okay? And so we have a masculine here, perhaps needing to tap into their inner strength, especially if they're not feeling very brave or courageous right now to reach out to the feminine. Some of you guys could be dealing with a masculine who could be a Leo here as well. Wow. And then we've got this. We've got the Six of Swords. So what I feel from the masculine, they really want to, for one thing, make amends. They've learned their lessons, as we've seen here, and they're just really trying to remain optimistic that this can still be a fixable situation. And they're feeling inferior, as we can see there. They contributed to that type of energy, and it's that inferiority complex that's really needing your masculine, Divine Feminine, to tap into their inner strength, to find their strength, to be able to move forward from whatever happened between the two of you in the past, to transition away from that. It's all in the past, and to hopefully move on and welcome in a new beginning with you. Because from the masculine, this is what we see. This is what they desire. This is what it is that they're hoping for, to be able to revive this connection, to bring you guys back into union, because they want it all. They want the whole fairy tale ending, the whole happily ever after story with you, Divine Feminine. Okay, that's super interesting, guys. So it does seem that there is the possibility towards a reunion. At least that's what the masculine is hoping for. So it could ultimately be you, Divine Feminine, that holds the cards, but it's ultimately on the masculine to be able to take the first necessary step towards communication. All right. I also wanted to grab some cards from my Sugar and Spice Oracle. This is a little naughty, a little nice. So if you guys have never seen me use this deck before, it basically has a bunch of cards with food. So with a whole bunch of sexual innuendos wrapped up into the description. So let's go ahead and see what's going to come through here. So I wanted to first tap into the energy of the masculine. When it comes to the chemistry, the attraction, their sexual appetite, what is that looking like? Let's see. Angels and spirit guides, please, focusing on the divine masculine. All right. What do we need to know? What do we need to know? Okay, we've got a couple cards. We have rum and cake. I can already see what happened here. We've got donuts coming through. Let me grab one more here. So, well, let me get my one card and then I'll talk about it. Okay, and then we've got peanut butter. What a combo. Rum and cake, donuts, and peanut butter. So let's start with the rum and cake card. So this makes sense to me, guys. So let me read it. It says, I'm known to be a smooth talker. a bit of a Casanova, I suppose. I love to keep things sweet and spicy in the bedroom. I love soft lips and French kisses, satin sheets, sensual conversations, and steamy sex is what I'm into. I'm not looking for anything serious though, just want to have some fun. And that is why we ended up getting the Seven of Swords, because that was the deception, the lies, the affairs, the secrets, the sneakiness, all of that stuff wrapped up in this Casanova reference, because Casanova was known to be a womanizer, you know, in and out of relationships. It was just all about the physical, the sexual encounters that this person had. And so I feel when it comes to the divine masculine, they really weren't looking for commitment. They just wanted to have some fun. And perhaps somewhere along the line, there could have been real feelings that were developed there, and it turned into more than just sex, plain and simple, right? And so then we've got donuts. Things were so perfect between us in the beginning. What went wrong? Is it the chemistry, the attraction, the passion, the laughter, those intimate moments, our compatibility, the love we thought we shared? I'm not sure. I get that we had to say goodbye to figure this all out, but it doesn't make this emptiness, this hole in my heart, hurt any less because you're not here. So this is your masculine speaking up in this way, divine feminine. They feel that emptiness, that void, because you're not there. Okay? And lastly, we have peanut butter. We have been through some bumps on the road. It hasn't always been easy, but we've gained wisdom. Interesting, right? There's that reference to wisdom from the experience, and have overcome the difficult times. We've also learned the 3 most important lessons when it comes to having a successful relationship, and it's time we spread the news. Patience, balance, and joy, aka PB&J. I know, I had way too much fun with this deck. All right, so this is from the masculine, and so I feel they really have learned and gained the wisdom that we've seen through the cards already. They know what they've done wrong. They know that they've had some missteps here, the mistakes that resulted in these difficult times between the two of you. But they've also learned some pretty valuable lessons, and so they have truly, I feel, picked up off of the fact that they couldn't rush you, divine feminine. They had to learn patience. They had to learn to be able to bring balance back into their own life. They had to be happy within themselves. They needed to focus on self-love perhaps as well. And so this is what it is that they would like to bring forward towards you now, is to bring you the balance perhaps that they created, you know, the balance that I can't even speak. What am I trying to say? They were out of balance, and therefore they created this out of balance vibe in the partnership. There you go. And so what it is that they're wanting to bring towards you is happiness. The joy that they took away from you, they want to be able to bring that back to you. That's what I'm getting there. All right, so let's go ahead and grab some cards representing the feminine. All right, divine feminine. Let's grab 3 cards for you. I just realized my microphone is it's shifted, and so I don't know if I actually hit it on my desk. I hope not. I'll have to listen to that when I play this back. This is too many. That's too many cards. Divine feminine. Let's grab 3. Okay. Oh man, this makes sense. Okay, so we've got sour cream coming forward first from the feminine. Let's grab 2 more. And it's so interesting because the donuts card says things were so perfect between us in the beginning. And the sour cream card says our relationship was nothing short of perfect when we first decided to become more than friends. Wow. We have cucumber. Okay. Bottom of the deck is blackberries. Okay. Sour cream, cucumber, and blackberries. So let's read the sour cream card. Again, this bottom row focusing on the feminine. Our relationship was nothing short of perfect when we first decided to become more than friends. We couldn't get enough of each other. You were a part of my thoughts 24/7. But like the saying goes, sometimes all good things have to come to an end. I'm sorry for my role in turning things sour between us, but I'll cherish the sweet memories forever. Take that latter half, the lower half there, if it makes sense for you. You know, if you contributed to part of the breakup as well, and why things turned sour between the two of you. But ultimately, this is simply clarifying that the partnership did come to an end. You guys went into separation. Things went sour between the two of you. And you're acknowledging that here. We also have cucumber. This one says, I'm a pretty cool, low-key person. I don't need much, really. I'm typically flexible and up for anything. I just need lots of your hugs, kisses, and affection. And the interesting thing is, I feel you might have dealt with a masculine who took advantage of that. You know, the fact that you were so flexible, that you were so easy to get along with, is what I'm trying to say here. And the hugs, the kisses, the affection, that's all you really needed from your masculine. But if they were being a Casanova, and if they weren't available for you because they were spending time with other people, that's why things ultimately turned sour. And then we have blackberries right here. This amazing bond we share is high on vitamin A, C, and K, affection, chemistry, and kisses. And all of those things certainly could have been the case, Divine Feminine, but we also have a situation with a Divine Masculine that created challenges because they just wanted to have fun. And part of having fun resulted in infidelities, cheating, sneakiness, and deception. And that's ultimately why they more than likely contributed to that whole tower situation. That's what's coming through there. All right, so let's wrap it up here, guys. What am I going to wrap it up with? I have no idea. Let's grab some healing messages here. Angels and spirit guides, please, focusing on the collective and this connection between the masculine and the feminine. So is a reunion possible? Yes. Divine Feminines are not waiting on the, or no, that's not what I want to say. I'm so scattered today. The Divine Feminine is waiting on the masculine to take action, to reach out, to communicate. So Divine Feminines, I really don't feel that you're going to take any sort of action to make this happen towards a reunion with your masculine. The desire is there, the chemistry is there, the love is there, but you're wanting your masculine to take that first step. And I really do feel, based off of what has come through from the masculine's messages, that eventually they will. All right, so you guys have experienced some difficulties in your partnership. So let's grab some insight here that can help you guys heal from that. Trust, gaining trust, regaining trust, winning trust, all of those things need to be worked through. Especially if somebody has been lying to you, if you've been cheated on, all of those things are very difficult and painful. And so trust has to be earned. And that, I feel, is where the healing needs to come in. And you're being offered a new beginning here for you and your person, whether you are feminine tuning in for a masculine, whether you're a masculine tuning in for a feminine, you guys have the opportunity to start again. It's very important that you really do listen to each other, to be open and honest with each other during those discussions, especially once you guys are able to come back together and revisit the idea of a relationship and a partnership. An answered prayer. So if you have turned to prayer about this whole situation with your person, your prayers have been answered. Just give it a little bit more time to be able to manifest this back into union. Okay, let's grab one more card here. One more healing message. And we have Serenity. I love it. So that's important because I feel with cards like the Tower that we've already seen, right? This is not calm. This is not serene. This is very chaotic energy. It's destructive. And so I feel you guys will eventually heal from that, where peace will be restored, where things will be calmer between the two of you. So ultimately, I'm feeling here that this is a situation that can overcome the difficulties of the partnership. I do ultimately feel that you both still desire each other. And I do feel you guys are on the same page. It's just that we have the feminines waiting on the masculine to take the first step and to communicate. All right, guys, so give it some time. I feel there's the opportunity certainly to start again. Okay, I'll leave it there. If you are interested in your own personal private reading, that info is down below. I'll see you guys next time. Take care.